What's up, world? Y'all already know it's your girl, Shay World 618. It's Gemini's World, and her name is Shay. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to get this done before my son have to wake up for school because, I gotta be there at 7:30. It's really early for me, and I switched my shift to mornings now, so my body is trying to adjust to waking up on time. Waking up to these hours here because good lord, this is different. Anyway, I have a topic for you guys. I actually have two topics for you, and the first one is about a guy who is going viral on TikTok, basically about how he had 7 kids by 7 different big mamas. And I'm like listening to his story, and I'm almost kind of like empathetic a little bit. Let's see if we can listen to the audio.
When nobody think about it, you're not gonna force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that's gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're gonna be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her, but them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body, and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat. Do not want.
I mean, honestly, listening to the audio, I had to actually, because the first audio, first part of the audio, I was like, what the fuck? Like, how the hell he just gonna be saying something like he not gonna support some kids that he basically helped create? But I understand on his perspective, because at the end of the day, it's almost the same as when you're married and you tell your husband that you don't want to have any fucking kids, because at the end of the day, you're trying to get your life together. You're trying to become successful, and he just want to pop out, have you to get pregnant, or not even just marriage. When you're in a relationship too, they just want you to get pregnant and shit. Yes, either because they want to build a family or they want to dim your light. They don't want you to look a certain kind of way. They don't want you to do a certain kind of, that's that insecurity bullshit. But like, they don't want you to do a certain kind of certain kind of levels to certain things or whatever, to overshadow them or whatever. Or, they just want you to be tied the fuck down pretty much. And the woman's like, no, I want to be successful. You successful, I want to be successful too. We can hold out on having kids right now. And the man, he's so like dominant. He just like, nah, fuck that. Oh, you ain't gonna have no kids, I'm gonna get you pregnant anyway. And then it's like, if you're in a marriage, you can't just up and get an abortion. Like, there's like different laws to that shit. Like, so you just can't up and do that. So I kind of feel for the guy, but at the same time, that is kind of deep. I hear what he's saying. He said they not just like regular women, like business women, or not necessarily business women, because you could be a business woman and still be a jumbo, but like women that got shit going for themselves. They got a good head on their shoulder. They basically know what they want. They ain't just about to be fucking with just any and everybody and shit like that. It ain't like he talking about them. He just talking about jump offs, like he said. He said, and they just happened to get fucking pregnant, and they, y'all both agreed like y'all was gonna have sex unprotected. I'm quite sure there was some tests involved, which I hope there was, because not everybody is like me, want to share paperwork and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, so they was both like it natural, without that rubber. Some people are actually allergic to that latex, so they, or they just don't want to get the lamb. He just had unprotected sex, and they both agree, like, I barely even fucking know you. Like, I'm not trying to be settling down with you, and then if I was to get to know you, I probably don't even fucking like you. So, and then you probably the better baby mama who just only want child support just to support your kids, because it's just in history how bitter baby mamas are. They make a bad fucking rap, especially on TV shows and shit. You got these bitter baby mamas. Oh, give me the money that your child need this and need that. They see, you getting all fly and dolled up, getting your hair and feet and shit done, and little Jimmy ain't even got no real new clothes, no new sneakers, no new nothing. How the fuck is that? Yeah, I kind of feel for him when he said that shit, because it's like, at the end of the day, I don't want to be tied down with no hoe. No hoe. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. You got a sad little fucking puppy I left over there. Like, I don't want to be tied down with no hoe. Like, so I felt for him. So he was like, instead of them before we all come and attack him, saying he irresponsible, whatever. Just think of it, right? Me and you having sex, right? You, a female or a male, in his perspective, you fucking with a female. They ain't got shit going for herself. She ain't got nothing but some good head and some good coochie. And y'all both have, like, y'all got a party, like, y'all both is out there in the streets and partying. Y'all not ready to settle down. Y'all not ready to fucking give up nothing, sacrifice nothing for nobody. Because when you have children, it's a fucking sacrifice. And I only can speak for myself and my moms and, like, people I grew up around. It's a real sacrifice. Once you have fucking kids, you pretty much, if you don't got that real support system, it's a sacrifice. You can't really do too much of nothing without having to pay some fucking body just to be able to have some type of peace of mind for yourself, or be able to go to school for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's ways around it, but you gotta have a real proper support system and money for this type of shit. But anyway, he looking at, like, you ain't got nothing on for yourself. Like, I'm not about to sacrifice or settle down for you, and you, because you pregnant. That's like, at the laws of the odds. Everybody be wondering, like, why the fuck there's no fathers out here and stuff like that with these children. 78% of the time, as women, and I'm speaking from my own experience, because I have did this before with my middle child. We just happen to be on some we like a nigga type shit. I'm telling you, I'm a double standards kind of girl, and I'm very transparent. I don't really give a fuck about judgment or anything like that. I'm an open book. Before you go out there and be like, damn, what? Yeah, I'm contradiction. Like, I'm all over the place. Like, you get what you get. Nowadays, it's not like that. I want to get married eventually, not now, but it will come a time. But back to the story, it's like, women kind of like, oh, this nigga, he got the juice, he got money, he got this, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he look good, he got, he top dog, top nigga, in the streets or some shit like that, which was in my case. Like, let me lock him down with a baby or whatever, or some jealous shit. They see you fucking with somebody that they know, and the first petty thing to do is to pop up pregnant with a nigga baby, thinking that's gonna stop a fucking shout or a shine or whatever, but which that's never the case. You can have all the babies you want. That ain't gonna stop that nigga from doing what the fuck he got to do, doing what he been doing, just to fuck with you because you keep popping up pregnant or wound up having his first child. Who gives a fuck? Like, okay, you got pregnant. Now, because you decided to keep it, and I told you not to, it's a 50-50 thing. Hold up. And I told you not to keep it. And I gave you the money for the abortion, which is my decision, because it's my choice, my semen. 50% of me is telling me, 100% of me is telling me to tell your 100% as too. He's making it 50-50. You know what I mean? Hey, you need to get an abortion. Hey, you need to take this plan B before a fucking seed develop or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? When the sperm attach that egg and all of that shit, before anything start fertilizing, you need to kill that shit. Because I'm not trying to settle down with you. Women don't get that shit. And it sucks because men is the same too. So don't get me wrong, like I'm women bashing or anything like that. It's not even that. That's not the case. I'm only speaking from my own experience. Men, it's just the same. You could be fucking with a nigga for a minute or whatever, right? And he just so happy, he like how this is going. He feel like if he pregnant you, Like, that'll make things even more better. Because he feel like he got the perfect woman. Minute she fucking find out she fucking pregnant, she'll fuck around and get an abortion. Or if it's down the line where you actually hear her heartbeat, she's crying, she's feeling bad, like, because she told you not to. She told you to pull out. She either told you to fucking, that she ain't want to have no kids. She's like, she's trying to get something going, and you sit there, you get her fucking pregnant anyway. Motherfuckers is crazy. Okay, people just do the craziest things. So I understand where he was coming from. Like I said, I got to be a little empathetic, only been stressed. I have my own experience when it came to my kid's father. Okay, like I said a while ago, me and my kid's father, we cool now. Like, we about to do business and everything finally, right? Back in the day, we had some shit. I got stories for days. And when it came to my middle child, all I can say is, like, I was on some real petty shit. Because he was fucking with my friend. How the fuck you gonna fuck with my friend? Now, like I said before, it's just karma. Because once upon a time, he was used to mess with my friend back before me. Now, their relationship wasn't as exclusive as me and his was, but they were still fucking, And just because I was on some leftover type shit, I don't know what that was about. I don't know. I guess at the time I wanted to feel wanted or something like that. I don't know. But I ain't with that shit today. Let me tell you, I'm a whole different breed today. But yeah, as time went on, my friend, a different friend, turned around while I'm pregnant at that with my firstborn. Turned around and got pregnant with her son. I ain't have a son yet. Like, what the fuck? Like, I knew I was having a girl the first time. Like, you turn around and get pregnant and then threaten me with this baby and making it seem like y'all was together, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, all right, boom. After I had my fucking child on some dumb shit, okay, I do admit, dumb, naive, and petty. Dick was good. He looked good. He was top notch. He was a dude on the street. Turn around. I was like, fuck it. I already knew what was up. I knew when I was ovulating and everything. And when he was about to pull out, I locked my leg. Now, that is 78% of the time, most of the time, that happens in situations. Women be wanting to get pregnant. Now, y'all see with the celebrities and stuff, how they get trapped with the garbage can, the condom. They take the condom and stick up what's in it. I think that should be against the fucking law, honestly. Because if they don't want no baby with you, what to make you think you have the rights to force something on somebody? That's like, I mean, even though it's almost unrelated, that's like having a person work and do something that or try to earn something that they never wanted. Like, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense with that. It's just like, I want the sissy, I want this, I want that. But you pulling me over in this direction, and I don't want to be in this direction because ain't nothing over here in this direction. I want success. I want more for myself. But you keep pulling me in this direction, and where it's all negative and shit like that. Like, if you understand what I'm saying, like, that shit is crazy, yo. So I kind of feel for him. Like I said, only in the beginning when I first heard the story, only heard like a part of it. So I was automatically judging him. But when I finished listening to it, I understood. Got 7 kids by 7 baby mothers. That's a red flag. Hold up, ladies. By the way, that's a red fucking flag. But 7 kids by 7 women he didn't want to have kids by. He said that it would have been more than that had them other ones didn't get an abortion on his dime or take a plan B to eliminate the situation. Now, if the guy is telling you firsthand that I got all these kids by women that I don't want to have kids with, and you happen to be number 7, 8, 9, 10, after he told you he gonna do you the same, what makes you think he's gonna do something different? And now y'all all trying to get child support. Now, suppose this man is doing minimum wage. And y'all all trying to get child support. Now the judge calculate every last kid. How much money you think you about to get? No, don't be on welfare, bitch. Don't be on welfare. That I know for a fact. You is not getting shit back okay, because for whatever they gotta get, they gotta get their 80%. You get like 20%. I could be lying, but I know it's in a low range. So imagine him having to share 7 kids worth of, his income with 7 fucking kids, and the judge goes according to his means of the way he lived. He still have to have a place to stay. He still had to put food on his table. Still got to put clothes on his back, transportation to work. So, and then anything that's left over goes out to the child. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that's how it works, because if the man don't have a place to stay, right, then how is he going to wash his ass and work? If he can't work, then you don't get paid. So I think the judge goes according to what I just said. I don't know, because we ain't really never get that far. My shit was always been through welfare and shit. And do I regret putting my kid's father on child support today? Yeah, only because I'm tired of hearing him talk about that shit. You put me on fucking child support. Like, yo, the shit that I did then, I would never do today, okay? I would never do that shit today. But back in the day, I was a cruel, petty bitch. I was so different than what I am today. My kids, we talk about it all the time. We joke about it all the time. I mean, here and there we get into an argument. We do. But, because it is still a touchy subject. But at the same time, it's like, wow, that shit was deep. Anyway, let me go on to another story, because that shit is real. Like, ladies, be careful who you lay up with. For real, like you said. Because at that day, you shouldn't be out here laying with people and thinking that you just about to hit a jackpot. You know what I mean? That should not even be on your agenda. That man don't want you. He don't want you nor your child, or what the drama that comes your way. So what makes you think having a child is like gonna help y'all get to the next fucking level of, I guess, what is it? Elevation? The fuck? I don't get it. I don't know. Anyway, the other topic was, I was thinking about my moms or whatever, and like I said before, I have been one of those. I was something else. I was something different. Like I said, today I'm completely on a whole nother level. Like, I love God, you know what I mean? I walk in a righteous path. I wouldn't say righteous 100%. Don't get it twisted, because I do have some demonic ways. Not demonic, girl, not demonic. I'm working on me, I walk differently these days, Success is the goal. I am definitely trying to be a better mother, better friend, better sibling, better everything, you know what I mean? But like, I do have to bring up my past just to remind myself of where the fuck I came from. So when I bring up my past on my podcast, I always listen to all my podcasts, and honest to God, I sound crazy on a few of these damn things, but it is what it is. It's published. So I go back and listen to the podcast, and I just think like, yo, for real, I was going through some deep shit back in the day. Now, bringing up my mother with only 10 minutes left, my mom is heavy on my mom today, and I'm just thinking about when she had cancer. She was diagnosed with cancer, stage 3 at the time, uterine cancer or whatever. It started off when I was born, like before I was born. She used to get abortions, okay? She used to get abortions, and she had a few miscarriages. Now, I bring that up because at that time, my mother wasn't really ready to having children, okay? And this is why I'm kind of like piggybacking off of the conversation I had earlier. Like, people know what they want and what they don't want. My mother didn't want any children. And my daughter right now, my middle child, she don't want no goddamn kids either. Okay? By the way, I'm a grandmother. Early, 35. I'll be 36 with my oldest child I have, her fucking child. She'll be 18 this month. Lord, help me. Anyway, it's like a circle. When my mother, like I said, she had the miscarriages and abortions or whatever. So when she hit the age of 31 and found out she was pregnant again, she just said, fuck it, let me go ahead and have my baby. Now, she's getting older. She was like, let me just finally have one, and she had me. Now, she had me 6 pounds, 4 ounces, beautiful little girl. The only problem is the doctor, she had pain through those whole 9 months. The doctor advised her to get a hysterectomy. Ladies, get your woo-ha checked out every 6 months if you need to. If you got a la. I mean, they got Pennsylvania, it's like Pennsylvania every 3 years, which is the dumbest shit ever. I think New York is every 2 years or something like that. In Jersey is every 1 year or something. I don't know the real facts about this shit. You gotta really find out with your GYN. But it's really, really important. It's imperative that you go get your coochie checked out, your uterus checked out, because cervical cancer is real and it's like hard to detect. It will literally have to go inside your uterus and take a real swab, not that little cute little petty little swab and snip and stuff. Because what if it's no cancer right there? You know what I mean? Like, they really have to go inside. The only way they'll find out is when you're at stage 3, 4. So yes, know your symptoms, know your signs. Anyway, my mother, she was diagnosed with the uterine cancer or whatever, and at the time, mind you, I was the only child of hers, and I was a spoiled brat. And I have to bring this up just to move on and move past this stuff, because I spoke about my father before, but my mother is a little different. It's harder because I didn't know her circumstances until she was near her deathbed. I was a spoiled brat, okay? Now, I went with her with the radiations and all of that stuff. She was feeling fine. I got my apartment. And mind you, she got her diagnosed in September. I got my apartment the next month in October. We had a home health aide that was coming in and out, barely doing her thing. There was a doctor that was coming here to the house. And she just was getting worse and worse and worse. Next thing you know, the next month after that, in November, she had to go to a hospice. I did not agree to that hospice because they don't take care of people. But I didn't have the proper, the proper skills to take care of my mother. So she just wound up going to the hospice. I bring this up because I really want you guys to not just check your woo-ha, appreciate the people that's in your fucking life, okay? Really do that and appreciate them. When it was time for her to go to the hospice, we all had like a meeting in the hospital, me, my kid's father, my aunt, and the doctor. And we was there. I was drunk out of my mind. And all I could hear is my mother gracefully say that she was going to Atlantic City with her girls. Yeah, I don't know. My mom's, the showboat was her favorite shit. My mother loved the showboat in Atlantic City before they closed it down. Now, I don't know if it's like reopened or whatever, but they had closed it down a little while before she had passed. So, when she said that she was going to Atlantic City with her girls, I automatically knew my mother had accepted the fact that she was dying, because all her girls had died. They had really literally died, 20 years in. So I was like, damn, yo, it's crazy how some people really accept, challenges, risks, and deaths and stuff like that. Me, on the other hand, I most likely probably would have freaked out that the doctor told me that she was on her, I was on my last leg. She was definitely on her last. And she appreciated the fact that God gave her life and that she was going to go out with a bang. Now, with the 2 months that she had left, I mean, it was the worst. Okay, the worst. Now, not to bring this lady up, but y'all know Holla. She got the page Lottery Frappe and something else on her page, and her granddaughter was taking over the page or whatever, so she can basically open gifts and tell jokes and stuff. Y'all seen how she transitioned? Like, she basically went out. She was still talking in my eyes. My mother ain't had that. My mother, I don't know what kind of radiation or whatever it was. It was, like I said, the damn thing went from stage 3 to stage 4 in 3 months. It was really bad. So when I'm looking at her shrink and stuff, she's a big girl. a big girl, and she's shrinking. Everything's like, not to be graphic, because there could be some people that find it too touching because they have that experience, but just watching her, went from walking to not even talking, not even eating. I was so pissed off with the nursing home talking about something, and she just ate some food. No, she didn't. She can't even pick up a spoon, let alone an arm. Like, y'all giving her solid food. I had to go there. They talking about something. Yeah, the doctor got to order her a new food plan. What the fuck? And at that time, I was just all over the place, all over the fucking place. But do y'all know, like, I had a selfish moment when the doctor told us what was going on. Well, I'm like, the only thing I don't think like this now. I'm in remorse. I feel bad that I even thought that I was drinking a lot. Okay, back then, and on some drugs too at the same time, but that's neither nor there. I was more concerned about, well, damn, who's gonna take care of my kids? When my mother passed, I automatically grew up. I had no choice but to grow up. I had my own place, and I had nobody to lean on, nobody to watch my kids besides my father, of course. And no one to basically take me in if something happened. I automatically had to grow up right there when she passed. And the reality set in a little bit. Reality sits in today. And because I'm like, damn, I was really that fucking selfish. My mother in a deathbed. And all I could think about is who's going to take care of my kids, who's going to watch my kids, while I rip and run the streets. Yeah. I was not the person to have kids, okay? That's what, again, I'm piggybacking off of the conversation. What person would want to have kids with me besides the men that I did have, besides the two guys I had sex with? And that's a whole nother topic right there. I'm young, dumb, ain't got shit going for myself, but they had sex with me, And well, y'all already know about the second one, but the first one, that was the one I said. That was not even supposed to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Like, in the way it happened, there were multiple guys. Like, luckily I found my kid's father, my daughter's father, in 2016, after a whole scenario when I had basically surrendered the guy and allowed him in my life and accepted him for my Lord and Savior. That's when he gave me the best gift ever. My daughter's father, in 20 minutes on social media. My daughter, this is off topic, but my daughter practically tried to kill herself one day, and I was looking at her like, what the fuck? This is a to be continued, but I'm not gonna do it until some time later. But what, you missing something in your life? You gotta be. Them having two different fathers. My second born father family helped me sort of with my oldest, but they didn't give her that genuine love that I would have felt. You know what I mean? Like that their own bloodline would have felt, if you get what I'm saying. So when we moved to New York, just us, me and the kids, and it's just me and my daughters, not their father, she just became rebellious. And when she tried to kill herself, that was an eye opener. I can't be like how I was when I was with my mother. And I can't allow my kids to be like how I was with my mother. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't. So I embrace and I'm gracefully broken. Because all the shit I went through after that, I went through a hell of a lot. And I am gracefully broken, and I appreciate my Lord and Savior. Even though I went into two different scenarios, just understand me. You gotta appreciate what you got for when you get it, okay? And if a man tells you or a woman tells you they don't want no kids, don't try to overstep and do some bullshit like that, and do it. When you got family members that you're taking care of, or they dying, and just love them and don't try to get nothing else from them. Y'all be great. don't stay up too late. And I'll catch you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed the show. Like, share, and follow. Bye.